Thank you to Razer for sending us to PAX West 2016 this year. Check out their link in the video description down below to see the Razer Blade Stealth. Welcome to the EVGA booth, where we're checking out the DG87. This case tries to mix things up a bit. Instead of the front being right here, where we're used to it being, the front is here, which is normally referred to as the left-hand side. So remember, throughout this video, when I'm referring to the front, that's right here. Now for I/O on the front, we have two USB 3.0 ports, headphone and microphone jacks, an HDMI pass-through, which you can plug into your graphics card, a USB Type-C 3.1 connector, a reset button, a K-Boost Precision OC button, which will overclock your graphics card and CPU using precision, and a power button, which is actually noted by the EVGA logo. Also on the front of the case, there's a little display for your fan controller, which has a mode button. The mode button will change between temperature, intake fans, and exhaust fans. And then depending on what mode you're in, the functionality of the arrow keys will change. So if you're in exhaust or intake fan mode, you can change the power going to the fans from 5% all the way up to 100%. Now the windowed side panel can be removed by pressing in on this lever. And then if you want to fully take it off, because you want to work on the build and just don't want to worry about it for a little while, you can press this lever in and then pull the rail down, although I'm not going to do it right now because it would fall out and I don't have two hands to catch it. The left-hand side of the computer is where you can access your motherboard I/O, so you do that by pressing down the opposite lever for opening the door. And then what is revealed here as well is two individual 120 or 140 millimeter fan slots. You cannot, without some type of modding, remove this panel and join them together. And even if you did, the spacing would be incorrect for a dual rad. But you could install a 120 or 140 millimeter radiator here for your CPU. Removing the grill on the right-hand side of the computer can be done by pressing in until you hear an audible click, letting go, and then pulling the fan filter away, which can also be removed just by sliding it down. Now this is compatible with up to 4x120 millimeter fan radiator or a 3x140 millimeter fan radiator. The back of the case reveals the cable routing for your motherboard and expansion card slots. And then if you pull up on this lever, you can reveal the back of the motherboard tray, where we can see a large cutout for mounting CPU coolers, 4 different SSD trays, which can hold 1 SSD each, and then 2 bays of 3x3.5 inch drive trays, and then 2 individual spots for 3.5 inch drives as well. Now the cable management that is currently displayed back here is really not that great, but I'd take that with a grain of salt. There are quite a few different places where you can manage your cables, including pre-included loops, which can easily route things around. This just seems to be fairly hastily done. Like, look at this SATA cable. Like, what were you even doing? There are also a ton of cable management rubber grommets, which are actually easier to see through the back side due to some obscurities through the front of the case, which should make your cables nice and pretty. They're really soft, so shouldn't look too weird when you run cables through them. Couple additional things to note. Basically everything has filters on it. The right-hand side, the left-hand side, the top, even the power supply, which I'll remove and show you right here. But it should be noted that the top is a little bit difficult to access. You have to remove the fans that are on the inside and remove all the side panels and everything in order to get to that filter. Another thing to note is that while we're showing off the DG87 right now, there are actually 4 models. There's the DG87, DG86, DG85, and DG84. And then the DG84 is the most significant difference, having no window here and no fan controller or display down on the front as well, although that is all the way down to $149 compared to the $229 of this unit we're looking at right now. We also checked out the EVGA Power Link, which is an aesthetic accessory for EVGA 1070s or 1080s, which makes your power routing look really cool. Essentially, you can plug the power supply cables into it instead of the graphics card, which should remove some cable clutter from the nicely viewable part of your case. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, thank you to Razer for sending us to PAX West 2016 this year. Check out the link in the video description down below to enter a giveaway for the new Razer Blade, which is configured by me. Also, the new Razer Blade Stealth, which is configured by me as well, and then has some really cool custom art on it from Edsel Yago. So check that out, video description down below. Thank you, Razer, for sending us here. Stay subscribed to Linus Tech Tips for all of our PAX West 2016 content, and I'll see you guys next time.